It's not playing the game. It's winning that counts.
Yeah, baby. We're going to go out there and win.
This is Just Win Bets, baby.
Just win, baby.
With Joe DeFan and Shane O'Mac.
How do they keep winning?
Live on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
Here we go. It is, of course, as some people call it, Hump Day, Wednesday, August the 5th, 2026. Welcome to the show of Just Win Bets, baby, on the Believe Network. Shane O'Mac, Joe DeFan here, as we've got an hour of content lined up for you. Again, if you guys want to get in touch with us at any time, you can always email us at contact@justwinbetsbaby.com. Let's take a look at the agenda here, Shano. We have, of course, UFC announces its next main event, so UFC 331. We'll talk about that with our main analyst here of the show, Shane O'Mac, about what's going to happen with UFC. The Preakness moves to a Sunday. I don't understand that. Anyway, that's like saying, what are we in the COVID years? That's like saying the NFL is being moved to a Wednesday or Tuesday afternoon. I don't understand. Yep. The NFL season preview continues as we now face the final four in our season preview. In case you missed the rest of the other 2018s we've covered, we're down to the last four there, Shano, which we will dive into the AFC South with the Tennessee
Titans.
I don't know why you put Colts there. And Indianapolis Colts. Wow. I got to talk to him. Win totals of for the season for that. And then, of course, catch them MLB, WNBA, more League Cup bets, and we'll have some live stuff going on here. But, Shana, we got to talk about the NFL.
Big news. Couple big news stories.
Let's talk about, of course, Washington is signing a vet, okay? And that Washington player is Stefon Diggs, a local guy. He's going to play, obviously, wide receiver for the Washington Skins. Your thoughts?
Hey, that is huge news. Everybody's been saying that we need another veteran wide receiver. And Diggs was my play. I thought we are going to get the whole time. We had Dustin Swiddleson on about last week, right? And he asked us, are they going to get Ayuk? And we both said, I think Diggs is going to be the play here. I think Diggs is a great fit for this offense. I'm excited about it. It's only a 1-year deal, so if it doesn't work out, who cares? It's a 1-year deal. I don't think there's ever such thing as a bad 1-year deal, right? It's up to $12 million. But when they say up to $12 million, that usually means it's a lot of incentive-based stuff, which I'm good with that, man. Hey, if you get 10 touchdowns, you get $12 million or whatever the contract is, I'm cool with that. I'm excited for it. I'm happy. I think it's great that Terry McLaurin will actually have a real receiver on the other side of him. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, not only that there, Shana, you brought up, of course, the worth up to $12 million, but it gives the team a proven wide receiver opposite of Scary Terry, as you alluded to, Terry McLaurin. Diggs strengthens a receiver group whose depth has improved from 2025, but was still facing questions at the top. Aside from McLaurin, Diggs was born in suburban Washington and played collegiately at Maryland. Go Terrapins. But had made his desire to play for Washington known. So, again, it's good that he's signing with us. I don't think he will play a lot in the preseason, but it's good to at least have a veteran to these young receivers. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about Lane, which I still think is on the chopping block. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest with you. McCaffrey, my guy, Dewami Brown, okay, he's still and Burks. I mean, yeah, they've been in the league for a little bit, but no comparison to Diggs.
Yeah, no comparison. Nowhere near the amount of accomplishments that he has, right?
Right.
I think he's second current NFL players with 1,000-yard seasons. He had 1,000 yards last year in New England, and some stats I saw Warren Sharp tweet out. He's an NFL guy. He's on the NFL Network and all that other stuff. He was number 1 in EPA per target last year, number 2 in success rate, number 6 in yards per target. He was number 1 in catch rate, number 1 accurate target catch rate, number 1 lowest wide receiver error rate, and only had 2 drops all season. So the man can still play, man. I think he can still play. The Patriots, they used him kind of like I think he only played like 70% of the snaps or something like that. He wasn't in there full time, but like they played a lot. but he wasn't in there like 100% of the time, which I think is good when you're getting up there in age. I think he's still got some wheels left in him. I'm happy about the deal.
Yeah, you never know. You just never know. I mean, he's been, going to different teams these last few seasons. But hey, if he can bring something to the team, and again, help coach up. He's 32, but if he can help coach up a young receiving core that we have, I think it's worth it. I think, especially on the 1 year deal, I think it's worth it. Shano,
he turns 33, I think, in a month or two. So he's almost 33.
Almost 33.
But he's been adamant that he wanted to play for Washington and be back home. And he is a local guy. Like you said, he went to Maryland. He turned down a full ride to Alabama to stay at Maryland and go to Maryland. So, I mean, he likes this area. He likes the DMV. I'm excited for it, and we'll see if it works out. And like I said, if it doesn't, it's a 1 year deal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he'll be gone next year if it doesn't work out. I think it's a shot. We have the cap space. It's not like we have money to spend.
Sure. And it goes to the 1 year deals that we've had in the past, recently in the past, of Von Miller, for example. Yeah.
Yep.
Just to name one right there, a big name there. Shano, speaking of big names, let's move to the Atlanta Falcons. We reported it yesterday, but we do have some sad news to report as the edge rusher, Jalen Walker, will miss the 2026 season because of a torn ACL. The Falcons confirmed the nature of the injury Wednesday, a day after Walker suffered the injury near the end of practice. So the Falcons, of course, will be without Walker's services for the 2026 season. Shana, your thoughts?
Yeah, we kind of talked about this yesterday. It sucks, man. Especially getting hurt in training camp, not that it doesn't matter, but you know what I mean. It's the bullets aren't flying live yet, right? You don't get any game action, stuff like that. And it sucks. You're going to be out for a season, getting hurt in training camp. And I hope he has a speedy recovery. He's still a young player, so I'm assuming he'll be back full strength next year. I guess the one positive note about this is that he'll have a full year to recover for next season and won't have to rush it back like a lot of players do when they get hurt mid-year with a torn ACL and they try and rush it back and come back by August, right, for training camp. Right. So I guess that's the one positive, but it's not really a positive. I wish the guy wasn't hurt. I wish everybody would stay healthy, but I hope he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. So our thoughts and prayers are out to him and his camp, obviously, and hopefully for a safe recovery, not only through the surgery. Obviously, he's going to need surgery for it, and then of course the PT, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then finally here in the NFL. There's two quick stories we didn't talk about. Not only are we talking about Zach Flowers of the Baltimore Ravens getting that 4-year extension, he's hoping that Lamar stays there, equally throughout this whole career, but also possible return, if not the return, of Aaron Donald to the Los Angeles Rams. If that's the case there, Shana,
yeah. The Rams are already Super Bowl favorites. And if you add Aaron Donald to that D-line with Myles Garrett, and them on the same side, can you imagine that? Like that side of the offense line is going to be, I mean, you better keep a tight end in, right? Maybe a fullback in and keep him in max protect on that side. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yep.
That'd be ridiculous there, man. So yeah, Aaron Donald came in for a workout today. He wanted to see how he would feel in full pads. So I don't think he was hitting anybody, but running around, doing drills, stuff like that. And then Sean McVay said it was the best tryout/workout he's ever had. And I get why, man. The guy's a future Hall of Famer. And if he comes back, that Rams team that's already good is just going to be scary good even more.
Yeah, no question about it. It just seems like with what's going on, especially in Ravens camp that we just talked about, but now with the Rams, if you add that to what if you alluded to there, Shana, about the not only the chemistry, he knows the Rams, he knows the defense, so it's not going to be anything to like relearn or reprocess or anything. Maybe a little bit of the lingo here and there, but that's pretty much it. We know what he brings to the table, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
I think it would still probably take him a little while to get his sea legs back under him, because I think his last season was 2023. I think, was that his last year? I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
So he sat out all of 24 and all of 25. So, I mean, sitting out for 2 years, you're coming off the couch. I get it. He's in great shape. He stays in great shape. You look at that guy. He plays D tackle, but man, he's like chiseled. He's like a pure muscle, right? So, I mean, if anybody can come back from that, it's him. but it is different when you're in games. So I think it might take him a couple weeks to get his stamina back up for game reps. But once he gets going, that defense is going to be hard to stop, man. I can't imagine that.
No
what week do
question.
we play them?
Yeah. Hopefully it's early. I'm just saying. Hopefully
I can't remember what week. I know we play them this year. I can't remember what. What week?
It definitely isn't week 4. I'll tell you that. But we'll find out exactly. I think it's towards the end.
November 8th.
November. Yeah.
November 8th.
Yeah. It's not.
So that would be like week 7, 8, somewhere around there.
Somewhere
right?
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he'll probably be ready by then.
10. I think that's week 10.
Week 10? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Shayna, let's move on to, of course, your neck of the woods, UFC. We have an update. And don't forget, the Contender Series starts a week from today. But the rematch has been set for UFC 331 as Van and Pantoja rematch will headline this September at, of course, the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, September 19th. And you know who will be there, our good friend Bruce Buffer, but also it just seems like there's also a couple nice fights that's starting to come out right now. The matches are starting to come out and be announced. Your early thoughts for this?
So this was like one of the first UFC events. Pantoja Van won.
Right.
His last fight, Pantoja's last fight. He's facing Van again in a rematch. Van won the belt. That was one of our first ones we did at Glory Days, live from Glory Days here in Burke, Virginia. And that's when Pantoja ended quick. We were on Pantoja to win that fight. Remember, he threw a high kick and like Pantoja kind of caught it. And then Van caught it. And then like Pantoja put his arm down and his elbow just went like the opposite direction. And it was like a fluke freak accident, like injury. Right. So, I mean, he lost his belt by TKO technically. Right. But I mean, he didn't really lose his belt. So he's got to be pissed coming back. And it was basically what they said was his severely dislocated elbow. So he had to wait for that to heal back before he can train. So hopefully he's back to 100% because Pantoja is a hell of a fighter, man. Before that Van fight, he won 4 straight. He defended his title 4 times in a row against some pretty good competition. He was the favorite going in and fighting Van. The opening odds, I saw our friend Dustin Swiddleson tweeted it out that Pantoja is the favorite minus 120. I think it was like minus 120 and Van's plus 100. So pretty close starting opening odds, but people are still high on Pantoja, obviously. But Van, man, he's a killer. He's good. He's a great kickboxer. But I think Pantoja is going to be pissed and wants his belt back because, I mean, that's a tough way to lose your belt.
Yeah, no question about it. I'm looking forward to the flyweight bout there. Van has been on a little bit of a run since, as you mentioned, that was the Glory Days where we were there, my friend. And we were like, what the heck just happened? I mean, we're watching our, Miami, we're watching, I believe, if memory serves, the Mormons, what I'm talking about. And we're watching that. And this took place in December. So this was late, of what was going on. And, obviously he won the championship in a first round TKO over Pantoja. It was a fluke thing. And I agree with you because we were like, what the heck just happened? I was disappointed because I was definitely looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, everybody was because Van was the up and coming guy. He was making a name for himself. He got the #1 contendership. Excuse me. We got #1 contendership, and then was fighting for Pantoja and Van. I mean, you can see he hasn't lost the belt since. He's been doing well. He's a great kickboxer, great all around MMA guy. But Pantoja was on a different level. So I'm excited to see the remake and the card, man, that they put together for UFC 331 looks like a solid card, man. You got Mauricio Hoofy in the co-main event. Patricio Pitbull is on the main card. Who else is on here? Gable Stevenson, the former gold medalist for Olympics, USA Olympic Wrestling. He's on the card for his second UFC bout. So it's a pretty stacked card here, man, and it's pretty good because 330. I know we always say don't judge a card before it happens,
right?
But 330 outside of the main event looks like kind of a weak card. I think this is a great bounce back here at 331. It looks like a stacked card all throughout. Yeah.
We're gonna have a couple of our outside. Obviously, the one who's been with us pretty much since day one there, Shayna, Lou Finicaro, is going to join us for the UFC 330. And again, guys, you can catch his podcast, Sneak Peek. He hasn't released that one yet, obviously, because we have the one that's going on, the Apex one, the UFC Las Vegas one that's happening this weekend. So we're looking forward to not only hearing from him, but also Rob Moreno is going to come back and join us next week. So it might be a lot of UFC guys showing up next week to kind of talk about the fights. So I'm looking forward to that. And especially as the card's starting to we get a little bit more familiar with the card and what to expect.
Oh yeah, for sure. People will start talking about it. It's still that was September 19th, I think it is, the card 331. Right. So we still got a bunch of events beforehand, like you said. We got the fight night this week. You still got 330 coming in August, mid-August. I think is that the next?
No, that's next week. That's next week. Yeah.
So
next week. Lots to cover, man.
So lots to cover. Lots to cover beforehand. So we still got a month and a half away. But I can't wait for that rematch because I hope Pantoja comes out on fire because I think he's gonna be pissed. Sure. I mean, because if I was champ and that's how I lost my belt, I'd be training my ass off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No question about it. Before we go to break, let's talk about this last story here. The Preakness is moving to a Sunday? Well, I don't understand that. The Preakness is moving to 3 weeks and a day after the Kentucky Derby and is set to run on a Sunday for the first time. The governor, Wes Moore, and the Jockey Club of Maryland here announced the move Wednesday. No Triple Crown race has ever been run on a Sunday in the century-plus old history of the series. The shift marks a major change on the horse racing calendar following significant debate and speculation. Except for the 2020 during the pandemic, obviously, you can make that argument, right?
Yeah.
Of what took place. The Preakness has taken place on the third Saturday in May, 2 weeks after the Kentucky Derby since 1950. That's not going to be the case now, Shayna.
Yeah, they're moving it back a week, and I like them moving it back a week. I'm in favor of that because no one runs it anymore. The Preakness, it's like the Kentucky Derby winner sometimes doesn't even want to run it. Like that, They don't want to do it, and I think they're scared of the how close it is to the Derby because that's a lot of pressure to put on that horse.
Sure.
And these horses nowadays, it's not like 1950. These horses are millions of dollars, man. They're a lot of money, right? So it's a huge investment to own one of these thoroughbreds. So I like them moving it back a week. It's a little weird happening on a Sunday, like you said, but that has to be something with ratings, I would guess, right? I mean, why else are they moving it to a Sunday? They think it's a better time slot or a better day for viewership. Maybe I have no idea.
Maybe. I mean, who are you going to go up against? I mean, sure, you have the UFL, but
yeah,
that's just to name one. Baseball, maybe some WNBA.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, May you got NHL play Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs, and you have the NBA playoffs. So
yeah.
Okay. I don't like it. I'll tell you why. It's the history. You don't change something just because, well, we're going to do this. I don't like that. I was against moving, teams. I guess I got comfortable with it. This is a long time ago. When it comes to March Madness, you had, hey, only X amount of teams show up. Now they move it to 64. Okay, and it was 64 for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we're moving it to 76 or 8. We're letting everybody and their brother show up.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing.
Kind of like your World Cup there.
Yeah.
They're moving that way.
Exactly. And now they're doing the same crap, not only with the World Cup, they're doing it with college football. We've been bitching and complaining about it for years, for decades. Not just do 4. Hey, we'll do 8. Maybe we'll do 12. Fine. Now they're thinking 24. We're going to do. No.
Too much.
Way too much. So I don't like it. I have an issue with expanding. Like they've expanded. You talk about the WNBA. They just announced the Cleveland Siren, as the new expansion team in the WNBA. Expanding is not the issue. The issue is what is the point of, I know we're talking about horse racing, but what is the point of doing all of this if everybody's going to participate in the playoffs. So that's like giving everybody a trophy, which I really hate. I mean, if you didn't earn it, we'll just give you a trophy. Why?
Yeah.
Because you just participated. What? I don't get that. In regards to this, it screws up with a lot of history in regards to records. Well, if I had an extra week to prepare, hell, I might have an opportunity to win the Triple Crown. It's very, very sacred if you're a horse racer or you follow horse racing, okay, regarding like Secretariat. Now, I understand that either one of us was probably around that time when we saw that. But
it's crazy that Secretariat still owns like every record out there. And it happened so long ago. It's crazy.
Sure. And I believe there was a previous Triple Crown winner within the last, 10 to 20, last 15, 20 years. Okay. But now that they're having this, well, I don't think I want to participate because of this, or, I'll go with the Belmont and the, Kentucky Derby, but I'm not going to do the Preakness for whatever reason. Okay.
Yeah.
They can say, well, the jockey's sick or, horse, it's too much strain on their body, but it needs to be, look, man, if you automatically win the Kentucky Derby, you automatically go, unless it's documented that it's horse.
Yeah, unless the horse is injured. Yeah.
Right.
Unless the horse is injured. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, that's why they're moving it back a week, is because like the Preakness has become a second afterthought. Like everybody focus, obviously the Derby, the Kentucky Derby, that's number one by far. Nobody's taking that away from anybody, right? But the Preakness is part of the Triple Crown, and we haven't had a Triple Crown winner in, I think 2018 was the last time we had a Triple Crown winner. Yeah. And so it's been a little while, right? So yeah, 2018 by Justify.
That's it.
But the last 7-8 years, hardly anybody runs in the Preakness. It's just everybody's just like skips it and goes straight to the Belmont. I mean, and it locally, I know we're not in Maryland, but we're very close to Maryland.
Sure,
it hurts the state of Maryland. It hurts that the Preakness. The Preakness itself, man, they were losing money, and like the last couple of years, the whole stadium was starting to like fall apart and stuff like that. And they were saying we don't have the funds because no one's tuning in as much because no one runs in the damn thing anymore. Right, so they need it. They need it. So that's the reason why they're moving it back. Which, if it saves the Preakness and saves it there, then I agree with it.
Yeah, it's sad. But we'll see how it pans out. Shannon, we're going to step away real quick, and then when we return, we're going to talk about the season total win totals there as we start the AFC South with the Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Just Win Bets, baby, on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
All right, Chino, we're down to the last 4 teams of the NFL that we've covered. The rest of the 28 teams there. But now we focus on the AFC South. And as we've done with the other divisions, we went from the worst from last year to the champion. So let's go with the worst in the AFC. And I'm referring to the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, they have a new coach there, Shano, as you know.
Yeah, Robert Saleh.
Which I have him winning Coach of the Year. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But, Shano, we have, of course, the 26-27 schedule for the Tennessee Titans. They have, of course, the usual 3 preseason games that they take on the 49ers, the defending champions in the Seattle Seahawks, and the Bears. Then they start off, of course, 2 home straight games, but it might just go 1-1 here. September 13th, they take on the Jets. I'm telling you right now, I would take Tennessee as possibly a survivor. That's how confident I am.
Oh, you know Saleh's going to be pissed, right?
He's going to be pissed.
I mean, he wants revenge on that Jets, man, because he was the head coach of the Jets. And then, like, all the stuff that happened there in New York, where basically he had to take on Aaron Rodgers and all this other stuff, and then and didn't get the support from the ownership. He wants to beat them bad. I guarantee that.
That's going to be possibly. I'm 99.9% sure that's going to be my survivor pick there, Shano. So I'm going to do with that, because when the hell else are you going to use the Titans? You just don't know. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward, home against the Philadelphia Eagles, at the Giants, at Baltimore, home against the Tennessee Titans. or Tennessee, the Houston Texans, at the Indianapolis Colts, home against the Browns, at Cincinnati, and they have their week 9 bye there. Tough 8 games right there. To win the division 8-1, to win the conference 55-1, to win the whole enchilada 130-1 there, Shano. Let's talk about these 8 games.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule there, man. The first 8 games. I think we said, like, we agreed they're going to beat the Jets. Robert Saleh is not going to try and lose to them, right? Sure, the Jets get paid too and they want to win, but I mean, Saleh is going to have that team pumped up. Eagles, that's a loss. Giants are tough, man. Giants are a physical team. It's in New York, right? Or in New Jersey. Right? They have a new coach as well with Harbaugh. But Harbaugh had that team prepared. I think that game could be like a coin flip there. Ravens, I think, is a loss. Texans, I think, is a loss. Colts, I would say, is a loss when it's in Indy. Browns, I think they could win. So I see 2, maybe 3 wins out of the first 8. I say Jets and Browns for sure, and the Giants, I think, are 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for Saleh to do well. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say 3. They get 3 wins out of the first 8. So I say 3 and 5.
3 and 5.
Because not only do I have a bet on what do you call it, Coach of the Year, I think that you're going to see a huge surprise after week 1, and it might even be close against Philly. I'm not saying they would win. I'm just saying it's going to be close, and people are going to be like, is Tennessee for real?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, defensively, they'll be better for sure. Robert Saleh has a great defensive scheme.
Sure.
They'll be better for sure.
Sure.
And then it'll be Cam Ward's second year, right? So we'll see if he can make that step forward and help carry this team.
Right.
And hopefully he doesn't have a sophomore slump there, right? So who's their OC in Tennessee?
Oh, that's a great question. That's a hell of a great question. That also is a good point, because that depends.
Dayball.
Oh, that's right.
Brian Dayball.
He's smart. He's a good coordinator. I'll give you that. Not a good head coach.
I agree with that too. I mean, every place he went to as an OC, he did pretty well. So I'm okay with that as an OC.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Now
I wouldn't want him as my head coach.
No, I wouldn't give Cam Ward, a dissertation play, if you know what I mean, meaning that it goes on, it's 500 words like John Gruden. I don't think he is able to comprehend that, in my opinion, to where he could read it. It didn't seem that way. It was just using a lot of his athleticism last season rather than reading the defense.
I mean, he was a rookie, so he's learning too.
Sure.
Right? So it'll be a second year. Hopefully, he can get better than that. That Cam Ward has a cannon too. We talk about quarterbacks that have an arm. He's got an arm, man. He can. I was watching him, some film of him. It literally hooks his wrist, and that ball flies 60 yards like on a rope. The guy's got a hell of an arm. But I think Daboll's smart enough to do that. I think he is, and I think when Daboll is not concentrating on the whole team and just the offense, he's a much better coach. I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Let's move on to the rest of the schedule there, Shano. Home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, at Dallas, and then at Jacksonville again. So you face Jacksonville. Obviously, they're in the division. Okay, and we'll talk about that in our next episode. But those two are just kind of like you see them twice in 3 weeks. Home against Washington, at Detroit, home against Indy, at Las Vegas, home against Pittsburgh, at Texans. Let's remind the audience what the over and under here is. It's 6.5, over at -105, under at -115. That means they got to get 7 wins. So you said 3 and 5 in the first 8, right? So
I was being nice. 3 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah, you would need 4 in the last since the bye week.
Yeah.
So can they get the 4? I think they can split with the Jags.
I think so.
Right? Especially getting the Jags at home after a bye. I think that could be a win there.
That's possible.
Right?
Right.
I think they could beat the Raiders. That's 2. Who else is on that schedule? I've said it many times. I'm not huge on the Steelers this year.
I'm not huge on the Steelers either.
I think that's a possibility. That'd be 3, right? Colts are a division game. Who knows how those go? Right, division games they're decided all the time.
Right. It's gonna be very close.
I think it's gonna be close.
6 wins.
Yeah,
I don't know if they hit the over.
I think 6.5 is a great line here because I'm seeing 6 or 7 wins here.
Yeah, I'm teetering.
Based on the odds are under -115, so slightly juiced to the under, but not much, right? So it's pretty much even odds. Yeah, I think I see 6. I might stay away from that total though because I could see them going to 7.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm teetering on 6, 7. You know, not to use that stupid little thing that the kids do, but I don't know. It's going to be close. I mean, it depends how the offense. I don't have an issue with the defense. I mean, he can make freshmen from high school into a dominant defensive unit. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more about what Tennessee on the offensive side brings.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about. But
yeah, I see realistically 6 and 11 here, but I could see them getting to 7. So if I had to pick a lean, I would lean under.
Yeah. Let's move, Shano, to the Indianapolis Colts, or as our producer calls it, the Indianapolis Titans. Anyway, I'll have to talk to him about that. Anyway, moving forward, we have, of course, Shano, the Colts schedule right there in the 26-27 season. 3 preseason games: New England, Atlanta, Detroit. They start the season off home against the Ravens, at KC, home against the Texans. Oof. I see 0-3 right there.
Yeah, that's a brutal way to start the schedule there.
I really don't see Danny Dimes 100%. I don't see it.
I was about to say that. Remember last year, man, they started off blazing hot. They were 8-2 at one point last year. And then Danny Dimes got hurt, tore his Achilles. That's a big injury to come back from. And he got hurt in week 9, I think, last year. Or sorry, week 10 or 11 last year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I don't think he's gonna be 100% at the beginning of the season for sure.
Yeah, I'm not buying it at all. At Pittsburgh, home against Tennessee, at Minnesota, at Jacksonville, home against 2 home games, Dallas and Miami, at Texans, home against the Giants. They have a very, very late bye there, Shano. So 12 games right here. Oof.
So let's go through it here. Commanders, the Skins there, week 5. I think the Skins can win that. Steelers, I think Colts could beat the Steelers. I think they could beat the Titans. I already said earlier, I think they're going to split with them.
Sure, they're going to split that, right.
So I could see that. Minnesota, it depends on how Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy's playing a quarterback there. Who knows with their quarterback situation?
Right.
Right. It looks like Murray's going to be the starter, which makes sense because JJ didn't look good last year at all.
Yeah, but are we giving too much credit to KOC?
He's a good coach, man. He's a good coach.
I don't dispute that, but I mean,
he's a good coach.
I don't know. I don't know. I think sure you did Darnold. Okay. We'll see what happens with Murray, but I think that McCarthy would. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like Darnold played great under him. Kirk played great under him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he basically gave Sam Darnold a second life. Everybody was down on Sam Darnold until he went there and played pretty well, and then he went to Seattle and won a Super Bowl. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, the defense I think saved him.
Yeah.
And that's the same argument I made with Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I don't think. Yeah, I think Barkley's the one that carried him to that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
that's my opinion. I agree. But
Shano,
all right. So in these 12 games, what do you see here? Don't forget the over and under here is 7.5. There, Shano. Okay, with over -140, under +115. and they're not considered the division favorites there at plus 380. Conference 29-1, Super Bowl 60-1. What do you see here?
Ooh. 4-8 in the first 12. What do you see?
I see less.
I'm seeing Dolphins as a win. They're terrible and they're rebuilding, right? I think they're going to split with the Titans this year, so they're getting that, maybe win that game at home.
Okay.
That's 2.
Okay.
I think they could beat the Steelers. That'd be 3.
Miami.
Yeah, I already had that one. 3.
Okay.
And then they'll sneak some other game in somewhere.
Okay.
Make it 4.
I'll go with 4-8. I'll go with 4-8.
Yeah.
Let's finish the rest of the schedule here. At Philly. Holy cow. At Philly, at Titans, home against the Bengals, at Cleveland, home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, I don't see 8 wins here. Is that 7.5?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see 4 more wins here. Man, that's juice to the over too, minus 140.
Under
Unless
115.
Under is plus 115, yeah.
Yep.
So unless Danny Dimes comes back and plays like he did the first 10 games of last season, I don't see this. And like we said, I don't trust him coming back from an Achilles that soon and playing like he did. I mean, I wish he did because it'll make it really entertaining football here. But
yeah,
I see 7 games here, 7 and 10.
Yeah. I mean, you better you better run the ball a lot. And their defense is pretty good. I'm not taking anything away from their defense, but
and they got a good offensive line too. They really do.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. It was a different team once Danny Dimes went down. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody just keyed off on Jonathan Taylor, which he's a great running back, but
sure,
they were just stuffing that box because they had no quarterback. They knew they couldn't throw the ball on him at all, right? So unless Jonathan Taylor goes nuts like he has before in years past.
Sure. And he'll have his days.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, but I might lean under here. I might say 7. They could get to 8, but I see 7.
I'm still trying to calculate it. I don't see it, man. I don't know.
You don't see what, 8?
I don't see 8. I'm still looking for the 8th one. Just to kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, see, no, because I was thinking maybe this, maybe that. I don't know. No, I mean, yeah, I don't see it. Chino.
I don't either.
I really don't. I was trying to be.
Really don't.
I was trying to be nice, but. No. All right. So our official here, guys, real quick before we get a break, is we're going under. We're not touching the Tennessee one.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Under 7.5.
If you do, I would just put a little bit on a little pizza money if you do.
Okay. So under 7.5 though for the Colts at plus 115.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can live with that. All right, so that of course will wrap it up for the AFC, and then we have 2 more to go there, Shano. As you know, we have of course the Texans that still needs to be talked about, and let's not forget about the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We will have that, of course, next time on our next show. But when we return, we will have our best bets for the night here, and Shano, we've been on fire. I'll talk about that after the break. So stay tuned. We'll come right back.
This is Just Win Bets, baby, on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
All right, our best bets of the night, courtesy or powered by, I should say, Sleeper. Sleeper, of course, always takes care of us. And Shano, we've been on fire. Let's take a look at what took place last night, in our plays. Holy cow! The Ace of Diamonds is on fire. We'll get his new updated and look at what producer Mark does. He adds the ROI there. So the month, obviously, the month of August is plus 1662, but this week only 3079. Hey now.
Nice.
Hey now. That's yeah.
That's good there. Round of applause there.
Yeah. Exactly. So of course, let's go down what he has there. He has Tampa Bay Rays money line, that hits. What was that? The Arizona Diamondbacks, that's a loss. And then of course the last two, the Red Sox and Cincinnati, of course, is winner chicken dinner.
Nice. 3-1 in baseball. That's incredible, man. Baseball is so hard.
Yeah.
So great job. He's been on fire, like you said.
He has been on fire.
The
The Queen has also been on fire. She went on the one game that was last night, the Toronto at plus 12.5. They definitely cover that, so that's a winner. But let's look at this is bad. This is bad. We win on the Cincinnati, okay, but everything else is.
I feel like I'm found Family Feud now with the three strikes coming up.
Yeah, it is definitely 3 strikes there. So Real Salt Lake, a tie there. They go into penalty kicks. So there's no overtime in the Leagues Cup. If you're drawn in in the Leagues Cup first round, it goes straight to penalty kicks. I forgot to calculate that. That's my fault. Vancouver, you can't score a goal in your own house. I knew Atlanta was. This is a team we talked about it. That's from Liga MX. They've been in the big stage of Liga. They haven't been there for a while, but it's like they're reborn there, and I'm happy for them. I knew they were going to score, but Vancouver, you can't get me one. Unbelievable. Yeah. I was worried about this one. The Minnesota United. I was worried about that one. They not happy with them. But we move on. We move on, of course. And guys, you can scan the QR code right there on the bottom. If you want more winning picks, just scan that, and it'll take us right to our catalog there. Let's move forward there, Shano, to whoa. Look at this. We already cashed one in.
Woohoo!
And this week only, so far, he's 10-2. I'm talking about the Ace of Diamonds. And we'll have a quick update here for the Seattle Mariners money line, Boston money line, and San Diego money line. So let's take a look there, Shano. What we have, my friend, is it's loading up.
See, I haven't started yet.
Boston, top of the sixth there, up 2-0 over the White Sox. So Boston looking good. The other two has not started yet there, Shannon, as you alluded to.
Yep.
Let's move to the WNBA. As Atlanta is with 3 minutes left, Atlanta minus 5.5. They're up by 18.
Woohoo!
And the New York Liberty are only up by 6 there. They gave the 8.5, but still 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then the Dallas Wings and the Washington. Still the third, still down, but still third. But Washington's been playing very well.
Yeah, they're down by 17 right now. So they need to come back. They need to run.
Yeah, they need to run. They need to run, and they can do it. Now let's get down to the enough of the fantasy. Let's talk reality. The reality is very simple. There of LAFC, son that's come over from Tottenham a couple years back there. He has dominated in MLS. He's like he's a Korean. He played for the South Korean national team there in the World Cup, but he's dominated in the MLS. So I saw this as a trap game there, Shano. Okay, you can get it at plus money. It was plus money there. Okay, but I was a little worried. So give me the draw, no bet. That's something, again, I was a little bit like, I'm not sure. Maybe they take on Guadalajara. So I'm not saying that Guadalajara is a good team, but they play later tonight at 10:30. Seattle, Toluca. Toluca's good, man. I'm telling you, Toluca's good, but it's in Seattle. So I think the Sounders can score. I think Toluca wins 2-1. So both teams that score, yes. Nashville is pissed. Trust me, Nashville's pissed. They're going to win this one, minus 108. Inter Miami. They went down 1-0. Okay. They gave up a goal. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are we doing? You're giving up a goal against San Luis? Unbelievable. But they did the Ivan Drago, with the trainer, the trainer, the one when he's like, yeah. They're up 4-1 right now. So,
man,
exactly. It looks like that might cash in. And our new segment here, Shano, courtesy of or sponsored by, of course, Try My Nuts. You can go check them out, trymynuts.com. They offer a great, vast variety of nuts, walnuts, pecans. I personally love the Krabby Nuts, to be honest with you, where they had the Old Bay on there. You can get the brittle. I mean, Shano, I'm talking about trymynuts.com.
I like their pecans, man. Their pecans, they do a pecan where they roast them in cinnamon sugar. Oh, those things are so good.
Do you ever try the white trash?
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, white trash. Not bad. So, our segment there of
nuts. Come on, let's get nuts.
Yeah, let's get nuts here. It's a 4-leg parlay here, Shano, at plus 359. We've got Inter Miami money line, Nashville, as I talked about them earlier, money line, New York City FC. Who do they play? New York City FC, of course, is going to take on Santos Laguna. They are like the worst of the worst, Santos Laguna. Okay. How can I put this? They are, oof, wow. Even worse than Arizona, worse than the Raiders back then.
The 0-16 Lions.
0-16 Lions. Maybe it should be 0-20 Lions. That's how bad they are. They're bad. Toluca, I think, really has a shot. That's the one that I'm worried about, but I think Toluca can pull it off. I think a 2-1, like I said before, 2-1 for that one. But yeah,
Come on, let's get nuts.
Yeah, let's get nuts there. So
I love it.
And then, of course, we have the Hall of Fame game there, Shano, and it's gone down. I told you.
It's been going down like crazy.
Yep. Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers under 36.5. We got that in at minus 110. So we'll find out tomorrow as the NFL returns, football returns.
Shana, tomorrow night, man. Cannot wait.
Shana, before we go, did you catch Hard Knocks last night?
I did not. I did not watch it yet. Have you watched it?
I watched the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of it. You need to check out the ring ceremony. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Holy cow.
The wife wants to watch it, so I'll watch it with her. She loves that show.
We have
the one thing we talked about it before with Hard Knocks. I wish, like, back in the day, they would show, like, when they're cutting players, they would actually show, like, the coach and GM sitting down with the player.
Yeah.
Bring that stuff back. That brought some emotion. Now it's all so, like, clean cut and, like, all that stuff's been scrubbed from it. I mean, sure, they talk about the guys, but I actually like being inside the room, like, when they're doing it. Like, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I liked it. I mean, I didn't watch all of it. I mean, I think they focus a little bit more too much on the rookies, where it's like, hey, and then they're doing a little show and blah, blah. Okay. But, and then you get, of course, those guest performers. I'm talking about the Mentalist. I don't know his name, but he did Oz something.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had the great Calamento. What's his name?
Frank Calamento.
Yeah. He was doing the John Gruden one time. And he does a hell of a job. He does a great impersonations and stuff like that. So I think that's always fun to have. But we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see what happens. I mean,
do you know what Hard Knocks I wish they would bring back? They only did one season of it. Is right. the GM one where they followed the Joe Shane, the GM of the Giants. That one was great. I like that one better than the regular Hard Knocks.
Is that the one that was 3 years ago? Yeah.
Okay. It was like because when did Saquon leave the Giants? That was
yes, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and then like it showed all the decisions, like all the guys talking about that, and then like the owner, the Mars were there, and they're like, "Hey, we don't want Saquon leaving," like and like rubbing it in our face type thing.
Right.
And then it shows him signing with Philly and all this stuff. But to see behind it, and they showed like the draft boards and all that other stuff. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, give me that all day." I love that stuff.
And he's asking his kid, "Hey, who should we draft?" Because they got neighbors that.
His kid was saying, "Try and get Daniels, Jaden Daniels."
Right.
Yes. He's like you're only a GM once. He's like, if you fail, then you're going to be out of here.
And that was the same, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong there, Shano. That was where Dabble was in there with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he was just throwing words at them,
Yeah,
stuff. And
Dable was a huge Jaden Daniels fan. He talked about that many times. That he was like, he's like, he won't be there when we pick because like we picked second that year because we were terrible.
Right.
But he wanted him bad. I know Dable did.
Yeah.
Bring that back. I love that one. I love all the behind the scenes stuff, like seeing the GMs make decisions and stuff like that. I love that stuff.
Yeah. We have an update here in the Liberty, Seattle. Liberty went up by 12 literally a minute ago. Now they're only up by 6. So that's going to be tough. It looks like that we're going to cash in on the Atlanta -5.5. So that's going to hit. They're up 94 to, hold on, let me double check. 96-80 with 37 seconds left, right?
Yeah, that's a winner.
That's a winner. We can cash that. So
hey, the Mystics, they were down by 17, only down by 8 now. Still a quarter to play.
Yep.
Still a fourth quarter to play there.
Lady Bullets putting it on.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens. Finally there, Shano, we've been invited. It's official. We've been invited to the Combine or the Pro Showcase for this Friday with the DC Defenders, UFL DC Defenders. We're going to have great opportunities. Hopefully talk to our good friend Shannon Harris, the head coach of the Defenders, along with other rising stars, possible rising stars. And Shano, your thoughts there? This is a great opportunity.
I can't wait to go there, man. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully get to talk to some coaches, interview them for a little bit, and I'm going to talk to a bunch of players too and get their thoughts, like guys who are trying out here. Because we talked about it a little bit yesterday. The UFL, I love. They put on a great product. This past season, for anybody who didn't watch it, check it out next year. This past season was the best on-product field I think they've had on the field. There's some really good games. So they're improving a ton. And it shows, like, when Anthony Miller tweets out something and it says, like, over 100 players in the UFL have NFL tryouts right now. Yeah. So, I mean, that is crazy good. Second chance league here. Try and get back into the NFL to make the big bucks. I love it. I hope some of these college players that are like Pavia, Diego Pavia there, he's trying to get back into college right now because he went undrafted, and then the Ravens signed him after the draft. They released him, right? And then no NFL teams touching him. Try the UFL, man. If you can ball out there, it can give you a shot back in.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 100%. We actually have the list, and producer Mark is working on that, and he's going to have that, and we'll have that for tomorrow there, Shano. But just looking at the list here, storylines and players to watch there. But a kid by the name of Jaden Carter, defensive back from Bowie State, Morgan State there, all MEAC defensive back there. Another Clowney.
Jaden Clowney's cousin, I believe.
Yeah.
Jaden Clowney's cousin.
That would be great. Linebacker from James Madison, always representing the Dukes of JMU.
Yeah.
John Kenny. Just to name a few here, guys. I mean, you're talking about a lot. We even got guys who contributed in not only in the NFL, but also the CFL.
Yeah.
So that's Deuce Watts. And he comes out, it says here, former Green Bay Packer, Steeler wide receiver who helped Tulane to a Cotton Bowl victory.
I'm looking forward to talk to some of those guys, man, and get pick their brains, and I hope they all get a team somewhere and get on because this is basically a tryout to try and get on the UFL team, right? So they're having a few around the country. We're lucky enough to live right here in the DC area, so we're going to the one for the Defenders here. So I can't wait to go to it. It's going to be some fun there.
Yeah, there's a quarterback here, Saddleback College, Western Colorado, named Drew Nash. Lots of guys. Another wide receiver, Lucas London, former talented standout. A lot of guys. I mean, it's just love to even have an opportunity to talk to these guys here, Shano. A lot of corners, a lot of D-backs, UNC, Texas A&M guys, a Maryland guy, wide receiver, former Maryland standout who led the Big Ten in receiving yards before a season ending ACL injury, which you don't want to ever see that, but it does happen. Demise Jr. is his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a guy like that, the UFL is perfect for, man. You rehab, get that knee back in shape, come out to the UFL. I mean, if you led the Big Ten in receiving yards, I mean, think about the receivers that come out of the Big Ten. Think of the receivers that come out of Ohio State alone. That's in the Big Ten, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a big deal. And then you tear your ACL. Hopefully, he's back to 100%, and then he shows what he's got, and then plays he's in the UFL. The next year, he can be on a squad somewhere in the NFL.
Yeah, so we will be covering that. It is, of course, the Washington, D.C. Showcase, the UFL Showcase, and they have a lot of showcases going around the United States here. The next one after this will be in St. Louis. We won't be there. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely. Hopefully sit down and talk to some of the coaches and some of maybe the coordinators, some of the players, and hopefully build a relationship there and maybe get them on the show.
I do like how they're doing these showcases, like in the cities where the teams are.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about it before with a couple of the UFL guys, how they're trying to build more of that community around here. And they're getting a lot of like guys who played in college around this area or guys who went to high school and played in this area. Right. So I like that a lot. Like some of the guys' names you named like Maryland, right? You named Towson. Towson's not too far from here either.
Right.
So I like that a lot. And then hopefully we can pick Shannon Harris's brain, see if he sees anybody he likes or is interested in, and they get signed to the Defenders there, and Defenders can be back in the UFL Bowl next year.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of fall showcases that's going to take place there, Shana, and you have a total of 8 besides the 2 that I mentioned, a total of 10. Okay, the DC one that we're going to be attending this Friday, the St. Louis one that's going to be the following week there, or the next couple days. So August 7th will be that, and then the 9th, which is a Sunday, will be in St. Louis, powered, of course, by Noble. But you've got cities that you've mentioned: Houston, Columbus, Atlanta, Phoenix, Orlando, Louisville, Los Angeles. Now they're going West Coast, man. They're going West Coast. And, of course, Arlington. That is, of course, Arlington, Texas. This is big, man. I mean,
I'm surprised they're still going to Houston after pulling the team there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
there might be some bad blood there in that city now.
Listen, the registration is already closed in DC and in the St. Louis. So again, that we'll see some defensive sessions. We'll see some offensive sessions. And it's not bad to register if you're a player, if you feel that you can contribute. I mean, this is a great opportunity. About what? 2.5, 2 3/4. When I say that, it means $250, $275 to register, even to get a video package. I think that's a smart thing. They've got the video guys there to kind of highlight you.
Yeah.
Another $200. So let's say $400 for the whole thing. I think it's an amazing opportunity. I'm looking forward to it this Friday.
And I'm pretty sure the video guys. I'm pretty sure the video guys, you can give them some of your college or tape or whatever, like wherever you played college ball, you can do that and then mix it in with like your whatever you're going to be doing at this showcase. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity for everybody that wants to try and get back and playing football for professionally, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously it's not for everybody, but there's a lot of good players out there that aren't in the NFL that could have a chance to play and still make some money playing football.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Before we go, let's take a look here. We lose on of course, the Liberty and Seattle. They only win by 6.
Stupid Liberty Bibberty.
I know, Liberty Bibberty, but we win on the Atlanta. That's definitely a final, so we can cash that one in. And then of course Boston looks pretty good. So, and then the Lady Bullets only down by, it looks like they're only down by 6.
Yeah, the fourth quarter just started, so
yeah,
they still got a shot here. You
got a shot.
So you're telling
That's
me
good.
that's a chance.
Yeah, you're telling me there is a chance. Make sure you follow our bets. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. It tells you when our next show will be. We'll see you tomorrow night, where we will cover, of course, excuse me, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Will give you that win total, and that's pretty much it. And Shayna, we've got a quick request here. How about we cover a little college football?
Hey, yeah.
College football preview. We'll see what we can do here. Might cover the main ones. It's not that big of a schedule, obviously, compared to the NFL. So hopefully we can cover like SEC or ACC or whatever, or Big 10, Big 12. We'll see what we can do. Definitely before kickoff in late August. So we'll see if we can fit that in, as well as some more guests that are coming onto the program. We're going to have that next week. So looking forward to that.
Somebody asked me on Twitter.
Yeah.
PFL bets. I'm gonna get those ready tonight, and I'll release those tomorrow. Maybe we can do it tomorrow's show. Just talk about them real quick. But PFL bets coming out tomorrow as well. PFL is on Friday this week.
Yeah. So we'll have some PFL bets there, Shano. Tomorrow we'll add to it. But as of right now, looking pretty good. The Ace won earlier. He's at 10-2. The Queen goes 1-1 so far. There's still a couple more games to go around, and we got to take a look at what's going on in the Leagues Cup. That's an update right there. It is now 4-2 Miami. You're killing me, Miami. But the rain is starting to set in right now in Miami. So for Shane Mack, of course, I'm Joe the Fan. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Good luck on your bets. Take care.
See ya.